see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
On 9/11, I was actually in New York City, and I saw the smoke. I didn't know what I thought. You know, the world was coming to an end or something. My reaction was kind of anger, like retaliation. I wanted, you know, whoever did that to get what they deserved.
On 9/11, I was in the 6th grade at Riverside Middle School in Miss Tribble's math class, and we got this, I guess you say, emergency call over the intercom, I think, saying to turn on the television because something had happened. So we turned on the TV and we were watching how one of the towers had already been hit. And then as we were watching, the second plane had come and hit the second tower. And in my mind, I was just like, what is going on? Like, why are these planes hitting these towers? At the time, I didn't know like how to feel, or I wasn't sure what was happening. I just saw two towers being hit by planes.
I was actually in middle school. I attended Riverside Middle School in Pendleton, and I was in 8th grade at the time. And I remember my teacher turning the TV on because she was like, there was breaking news, and everybody was like, what's going on? What's going on? We didn't know. And then she turned the TV on, and we seen the airplanes running through the World Trade Center at the time, and I don't know, it's just kind of scary.
I was on the way from Atlanta, crossing the Savannah River on Highway 378, coming into McCormick. I was absolutely devastated. My wife had called me to tell me of this disaster, and it was just unreal, unbelievable to me at that point in time.
I was at home. I had just woke up that morning, and my son, who was 3 at the time, was downstairs, and we turned the TV on, and we saw it, and it just really devastated me when I saw that. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe something like that could possibly happen here in the United States. I really didn't think that it was terrorist at first. I mean, I thought maybe, you know, it's something that happened here, but when I found out it was terrorists, I was really like, wow. You know, I honestly was sad. I cried for those people that lost their families and their children, and all the people that was just stranded in those buildings and had no way of knowing whether they were dead or alive. I really, my heart just broke for those families. It was kind of like, even though I didn't exactly know who any of them were, it was just like being a fellow American, I could relate to what their families was going through.
The morning of 9/11, I was in the 8th grade, actually. And we had the TVs on in the classroom, and they were saying, oh, well, we're under attack. I thought they were playing. So, like, the teachers, all the students, we just, like, sat down for the rest of the day and just watched the TV, watched the news, just telling us what was going on. And then I remember after the first plane hit, they were talking, and then the second plane hit. And then, you know, we were like going crazy because we actually saw that one, you know, on the news as it happened. America, we're so strong, and, you know, we're so protective, and there's so much security that, you know, something like this happening or like that happening, because it happened 10 years ago, you know, we never thought that, you know, something like that would happen. Like, people could get on a plane and hijack a plane with, you know, whatever weapons they had, because our security was so strong.
I was in Pelzer, South Carolina. I was at home sick. My initial reaction was I didn't really understand what was going on because I was kind of young. But after I realized what was going on, it kind of freaked me out.
Actually, I was at work, and I was at a gym working, and I seen the broadcast hit the TV, and in between my training sessions, I was like, wow. You know, it was kind of shocking that actually was a terrorist attack. I'm thinking, okay, what's next? What America gonna do now? Where's the government? How did we get caught off guard?
I was in my 3rd grade class. My teacher was Miss Langley. I was sitting in the back of the class watching it on television. At first, I really didn't know what was going on because I was so young. And our principal stopped by and she told us what was going on, and I was worried because I had a family member who lived in New York.
I was at home being homeschooled that day. My initial reaction is I really didn't understand what was going on at the time, being so young. I just went about my day.
Obviously the cameraman knows he's in trouble on that one, and everybody's starting to run when they see Tower 1 falling to the ground. And when you're running like that, just in fear for your life, you have no idea how close that is behind you. You don't deal with that. And it's just coming from every street. Look at that.
Sadly, I think that things did change temporarily, though. I think that the country did come together to support the victims and the victims' families. But now it seems to be forgotten. And what is it going to take for the United States to sincerely come together and quit dwelling on the insignificant things like race and religion and realize that we all are Americans, we all bleed the same, we all suffer the same, we all live the same, we all die the same.
I don't think some people, it really clicked for some. It wasn't a life-changing experience for some. The people that were there, I feel it was a change for them. Sometimes you have to be there for something to really, you know, knock you out and be like, oh, you know what? Let me look at this in a different way.
Me in your arms tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I would stand by you forever. You can take my breath away.
I think we're a little bit smarter about air travel now, you know, everything as far as security, and maybe it brought a little bit more American pride to the people.
Well, I think we're more aware and more sensitive to what can happen to us. We find ourselves, just as other countries, very vulnerable at times, but I do think that our homeland security and our people in administration have done a good job of adjusting to what we confronted at that time.
We definitely value life, more. If we never value life more than we do now, I mean more than what before that happened, we definitely do now.
I'm proud to be an American because I can say that this country is about one thing, and it's opportunity. Anyone, no matter where you're from, or what you do, or what you believe, you can make something out of yourself in America.
Proud to be American because of my freedom. We can become anything that we want to be in this country as long as you put your heart into it and as long as you try hard.
And some people take their freedom for granted. That's another thing about America. We take our freedom and our privileges for granted, and we don't see how our negative attitudes with that affects other people.
We have so much freedom. It's so much to do as being an American. So I'm just proud to be American. I wouldn't want to be nothing else but an American.
I'm proud to be an American because this is where I'm from. I have freedom here. I can do what I want to do. I'm blessed to be here because in a lot of other countries, women don't have the freedom. A lot of women can't drive, they can't vote, they can't wear what they want to wear, they can't do what they want to do, and I can accept my independence.
Independence and freedom. We all have our liberty, and we all have the choice to do what we want with our lives. It's just what we make of it, and just the patriotism.
I guess I want to see people actually act like they care that they're in a country and that they have so much freedom, and most people don't even realize what they can do on a daily basis that most people can't do every day.
I've spent my entire life serving this country, and I consider it an honor, and I have the highest respect for the men and women that presently serve in our country, and for the good work that they're doing to keep us out of harm's way. I just thank you for this opportunity to express my feelings. I wish you the best, and I wish our country the best, and God bless America.